crybabies. I love mousesports already. We didn't hear any other teams today play any of those sounds in DreamLeague.
We have not. And
the
not
mouse
DreamLeague.
Are ready to have some fun, and then that's how you got to tackle a game against Liquid. You got to be prepared to not be too hard upon yourself because it could get messy.
These guys, they usually don't get hard on themselves. I know the other day though they did.
I'm glad to hear that. Yeah.
No, they usually like are very goofy around. Like even when they lose games, they'll talk about the game seriously, but they'll be in like, you know, they'll just like be like, oh, Skylark, you sucked that game or something, right?
Ah, there you go.
After the other losses from the other day, they were very impacted from it. They were very down.
Yeah.
So we'll take a look at this one right away. We have an aggressive play coming out from Mouse. They're trying to take the bounty rune. Are they able to claim it?
Yeah.
Nope, Mind Control gets it. And they're able to pressure MNT now. They even scout out Skylark in the top lane too. So Skylark was trying to do some wave cutting. Oh, GH actually. Okay, so GH does take the enemy bounty rune there. And Skylark was trying to cut the wave and drag it. But he was scouted out, so unable to do so. So he's going to struggle a bit in getting experience. He's actually going to get walked down here too. Is he going to get stunned up? He is. The auto attacks coming up from Kuro, but not enough. The Icarus dive was already committed earlier. Yeah,
the Firefly will save Skylark. But that is obviously going to mean he's not going to have the Napalm harass at level 1. And Firefly now wearing back off. GH can land another crush if he wants to. Will certainly give this a bit of a chase down. Back over towards the tower. Won't dive any further. He doesn't want to tank up any hits. But the lanes that we're getting, so mid lane, of course, Miracle versus Thug. The Storm versus Invoker matchup. And with the backup of MNT's clock, maybe make it a little easier, but Miracle, I mean, it shouldn't have too hard of a time, should he, in this mid lane, do you think?
Nah, I mean, that's a pretty even lane up. But once he starts getting the Alacrity levels up, he starts pulling ahead. But at the same time, Storm can always push the wave in with Remnants, and Invoker doesn't have that power. So there's trade-offs with the two, but yeah, quite even.
Bottom lane, Mind Control will be putting the pressure onto both Madara and Spartan. IO control combo. Mouse, of course, with Spartan, a very strong IO player. So, you know, IO, of course, again, with a lot of the teams that we have actually in DreamLeague is a very favoured pickup, and Mouse will be happy that they grabbed it this time around.
Yeah, I mean, it is one of their better heroes that they play around with him on that, so. Already you can tell that they're feeling more like they're themselves in comparison than the other day. We'll see if it ends up working out for them, though, because the other day was a total blunder for them. Skylark getting heavily pressured. GH walking him down. He's got another crush. Gonna force the shrine.
They shouldn't be able to kill him underneath the shrine heal. But yeah, at the least force him to use it. At second minute, be able to find himself in position to pick up the rune though, Skylark. So not the worst of situations he's got it forced over there.
These Darkseers are just having the greatest RNG in the world. Mind Control low. Oh look, a regen rune. Full health, full mana. Last game it was a Arcane Rune, this time it's a regen. For different players, but still for Darkseers.
On the slide point, I think, did he already use the shrine?
He did not use the shrine.
He did not? Okay, that's great. That is great then. The shrine untouched. That is good news. Mid lane, 7 for 2. Against Thug's 11 for 4. So MNT certainly is helping, as you said, just with the wave clear. Thug, a lot of burst to guarantee he gets all the CS on those creeps.
His experience getting split heavily though. If you look, Miracle is almost level 4, Thug is about to hit level 3. So yeah, there is the trade-off of, you know, having your Clockwork sit there and help you. You do suffer a bit on the experience factor. Skylark now continuing to do his stacks. He's going to have a triple stack at the hard camp. He does get it, so that's going to be very nice for him.
We'll see if Liquid do anything to go over and check that one out for them. Madara. The Axe is just trying to create some space for himself, force Mind Control back, and he's getting there again on this bottom lane. Good CS for the Troll, 20 CS at the moment. Mind Control not really slowing down the Troll at all with the Iron Shell spam, so he's been able to deal with it pretty well.
Yeah, having the little extra sustain from the Wisp. Yeah. And having his own tangos, like tether with that is always very helpful. But here we go, the aggression coming out, level 3 on Mind Control. GH making his rotation down. He is level 1. Is he able to get the crush? He is. They've got double Ion Shell and Burn. Is it enough to bring down Madara? It looks like it's gonna be enough. He's taking low. The tether coming in.
Ooh, and I think is that gonna be enough? No, not with a second crush like that. And Spartan will fall as well, almost certainly with that Iron Shell run down. 2 kills for Liquid as they clean up that bottom lane. GH, can he get his way out? Yep, with the creeps pushing in and a surge there from Mind Control, he'll be able to get himself out just in time. Madara will land the slow onto Mind Control, but isn't going to chase it down. Surge would have been there as well in a few seconds.
Nice
Liquid,
teamwork.
with a nice couple of kills, picked up down there. I'm a little surprised we didn't see Miracle try and get himself involved with a Sunstrike.
I was about to say the same thing.
He was like, right, I'm going to let you guys take that one. Not wanting to KS against his team, letting them have it.
Yep. MNT making the rotation toward top. Kuro gets able to dive away. But nice little rotation coming up from GH. He actually was level 1 during that too. So he's level 2 and he's at 800 gold already. So he's feeling very good about that. And they're going to continue the aggression, making their way back down versus Madara. They use the shrine. That's the nice thing about having that off-lane shrine. And Madara in trouble. The ion shell damage building up.
He is in a lot of trouble. He can try and juke it out, but the sprint's now there for GH. Looking to close the gap. Madara hiding in the tree line. The crush is there. Does have the backup of Spartan. Okay, with the rotation from MNT as well, they can turn it. And they'll turn it with a kill as they bring down Slaughter.
Yeah, Spartan very high level. Level 4 on the Wisp already, making sure that he's pulling and doing it. He actually think he did a stack pull originally, so he got level 3 very early. So he's got the level 2 balls with Madara with almost level 5, or level 5 now. So the damage with sprint activated from GH makes him just get brought down very easily from that.
I've got Skylark up here on the top, trying to take what he can with the back play. Over to the side camp. GH, Matuma and Kuroki, keep an eye on him, but he's playing the bat very nicely. It's very hard for the 3 of them to do anything about Skylark and his positioning. And again, GH starts to move towards him, but Skylark's already back up to the high ground. He'll be A-okay. I don't think said none the first 5.5 minutes. Not looking too bad at all for Mouse. Yeah, it's definitely the Warriors, the safe lane from Liquid as Matuma Man is getting perfect CS and is having a better time than Madara because of that pressure that was put on by GH.
Good thing though is that Spartan, like I was saying, he was pulling, he's making sure that he's getting his farm, his levels. He's now got the bottle finished up and 16 CS on a Wisp. So you can tell that he's prioritizing trying to get at least those 2 items, because as a Wisp you have to make sure that you get your farm while you're making your rotations.
Now, interesting. What kind of build do you think we're can expect from Matuma Man this game? Does he get the Midas on the Void, or
we've been seeing a lot of the Manta Diffusal.
Yeah,
this game it could even be a Linken's versus the Batrider. I think.
Okay.
I personally like the Manta Diffusal build a lot, especially versus a Storm Spirit. If you get him in a Chrono, you can easily bring him down and burst all his mana away. And it's very good versus like Wisp. You can just get into the backlines, bring him down super easily. Just the Diffusal in general gets you a lot more solo kill potential.
If he
so as we say that, we get the stat up, the Chrono coming out top. They should be able to get, and look at the timer coming out from Skylark. He's a Chrono use at 641.
Will be a death as well for him.
So stat-wise from Noxel, we have he's got Manta Diffusal 5 out of 6 of the games on the Void.
Oh, okay, so very likely that he does so this time around, and yeah, a good game to do so. Absolutely, having the damage there in the Chrono with your illusions, you are going to get the kills. Very good against Thug. You know, if you don't necessarily kill him, you're going to drain a hell of a lot of his mana. So even when the Chrono finishes, it's going to be hard for Thug to escape.
I'm surprised that again, though. Yeah. The Chrono was committed, and Miracle didn't go for the Sunstrike on that one either.
He's
just really just chilling in his lane.
Chilling. Yeah. Miracle is,
He's like, you guys got this one. I'll just make sure I have mana for my mid lane for my Alacrity.
Letting his team get the kill bounties,
So Thug goes to jungle, gives Clockwork the lane. They have a rotation coming in. 4 heroes committed for Miracle. Do they have reveal from? They have 1 sentry.
And that's going to be enough. Yeah, with 4 of them moving in, they've got all the slows. A good punish there onto Miracle. Bottom lane, they're Liquid. They're looking for Madara. With that play made in the mid lane, it leaves the Troll vulnerable. Which... searching for, I think. Is he going to get away? Oh, he is. He's juked them an MNT with a call. Okay.
The phase boots.
They keep him alive.
Where's the Sunstrike? No Sunstrike again. He's still dead. I'm kidding.
Okay, you confused me then. I was like, come on, Miracle surely would have gone for that, but yeah, you're right. He was still dead.
Yeah, but with the phase little bursted movement speed coming out from Madara, there gets a nice little juke and gets away from them.
Really nicely done.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So Matu gets a casual ring of health, so maybe that's alluding to that he might go for the Perseverance into the Linken's. We'll see what he chooses to go for. Skylark getting a lot of pressure onto him. We have the Sunstrike coming out.
And that bash. Sunstrike off point, but he gets the bash just to cancel the TP.
Is that a level? Okay, it's a level 2 bash, so 15%. It's not just a level 1 bash.
Gets the job done. 2. Slight edge at the moment for Liquid overall. MNT Line up GH, but level 4 at the moment on the clock, nearly level 5.
Doing all right.
Yep.
Not too bad. 9 minutes in. He's been literally just running around, same thing as GH, while Spartan, as he should be, is emphasizing on his levels and getting runes. Almost level 6 on the IO.
The question is, in terms of relocate ganks, Liquid's a hard lineup to really find solo pickoffs.
Yeah.
Unless, I guess most of the time you're really just going to be looking to follow through on initiation from a clock or a storm, and then adding a troll to it.
Yes, just outnumbering, trying to like find those opportunities. Chrono coming out, catches two.
Straight in from Batumba. The Sunstrike's going to be unnecessary onto the IOs. He's already down. The Crush with a follow-through lockdown onto Madara. And they'll run him down as well. Nice rotation from Matumba Man, catching mousesports off guard. Did not expect the Void to be down there like that.
Yeah, the safe lane was empty for a little bit of time, but yeah, they just still weren't aware of it coming out. GH makes his move toward top. Pull the creep wave, make it big, a little bit of aggression onto Skylark. Skylark, though, is quite strong right now. He's got 9 stick charges. Getting some sticky stacks going on GH, but no, he doesn't want to be aggressive.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
GG Rune top. Mouse will
Dire's middle
defend
tower
it here.
is under attack.
Now Skylark, he's got some backup, so he's questioning, making a play here. Now just hitting level 7, that will give him the chance to put the point into that. But unlucky with that flame break there. Actually ends up knocking GH further away rather than the knockback, and with the knockback, that almost certainly would have been a kill.
Yeah, they're trying to just go for the more so than the kill. They just want the objective. Of course, a kill would always be would be great, but main concern is that tier 1 tower. They want to be able to get a trade since Liquid took theirs in the bottom lane.
To man, more space for him here, and yeah, indeed, as queued up on the quick buy, is going for that Lincoln's.
Liquid wants to kind of try to fight when Mouse gets on the retreat here. We saw the line coming out from GH, even smokes up himself and Kuroki. So they want to try to catch somebody here. They know Skylark is fireflying, trying to be efficient. Are they going to be able to get him here? They are setting up.
Hard to do so. Timmerman, of course,
they're spotted.
No Chrono, yeah, they will try and sprint forward to close this gap. But it's a hard one to catch out. They do get the initial stun onto Madara, but he has backup. Sunstrike will be there as well, but the relocate. And I'll tell you what, he only just hit level 6 there on the Aya.
He did just get it, right?
He only just got the relocate, so that, I mean, it ends up saving the Troll's life. Unless they want to bring him back in, Scarlet, so they do.
To a tier 1.
They'll bring him back in. MNT with a hook shot across onto Matumba. He does have the time walk available again. Jumps his way out of the cogs with a zip forward there. Comes through from Thug, looking to burst Matumba Man down low. And in fact, they're going to get it. They'll take down Matumba Man. They'll be able to bring down the Supernova as well here, Mouse. So great fight for them there. All kind of spiraling off the fact that they were just able to get that level 6 on the IO, and with the rotations from the rest of the team, getting 2 very nice kills.
Yeah, slight indecision there coming out from Liquid. They were like, they were set up, and then they're like, do we want to go commit on this? We have Supernova, but it's very close to tier 1. Oh god, we see now Clockwork rotating in as well from the river. We got to get out, but at that point, Mouse was able to sandwich them. Good movement coming out from them. Great relocate coming out from Spartan.
Miracle, of course, now his way to the Agnems. We can see on the net worth a lot of the heroes pretty much where they want to be. Only the Batrider a little bit behind, but everyone else in the 4K bracket. Very close at the moment this game so far. 12 minutes in. And, certainly refreshing to see after some of the games we've had today. This is already panning out to be much more like it, and in comparison to Mouse on the previous day of DreamLeague where they had those 4 losses, this is already looking a million times better.
Yeah.
It's just better calls being made, better movements, and better just technical play in the lanes.
MNT wanted the angle on GH. I think this is exactly what he should be doing on the Clockwork too. He sees the Slaughters trying to farm up for his Blink Dagger, so he should definitely be following him around, trying to shut him down. They do have the relocate as well, and he is as well with the Batrider, one of those relocate kind of movers for that team for Mouse. Liquid grouping up, now going for the tower, and it does look like Matu is going to be going for that Lincoln Sphere this game. It's definitely appropriate versus the Storm Spirit as well as the Batrider. They're the 2 big kind of lockdowns, and eventually you're assuming Storm is going to go for like Orchid and stuff, so this Lincoln's is going to be very value, and it just, you know, stats are always good on wood.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, and we talked about Lana with having the Invoker. The damage is kind of already going to be there during the Chrono, so yeah, you don't have to worry about building up for that early sort of damage potential like a Yasha or unless the Diffuse will offer. He
And
can't afford to play safe.
And he'll have Iron Shell, you know,
Yeah.
for most of the times if they do play around Mind Control. Mind Control right now, he has been playing greedy. I mean, this is just kind of his style. He likes to play aggressive in the laning phase, and then he's like, all right, I got to secure my mech, and then that's when I'm going to rejoin the team. And he's got the mech now online, so this is going to be where Liquid continues their aggression, trying to claim another tier 1 tower.
There we go.
Coming out.
MNC straight up finds GH, and
Perfect. He just gets
Mouse
annihilated.
just, yeah. They're eating fish tonight.
Perfect, though.
Straight on him.
Much better looking for Mouse,
Yeah,
though. Look at this. It's 14 minutes in. They're doing things.
It's just like there's no hesitation with that play as well. Just instantly in, and then instantly back out. Back out, being efficient across the map. That's exactly what they need to be doing.
Middle tower is under attack.
Liquid did, that's the thing, is that Liquid did draft a little bit different than what they have been lately. They picked a little bit more team fight than they have in the recent series that we've been seeing.
Making a bit of a player on Matumba. They do really kind of like the damage to bring down someone like the Void at this stage, unless they have the Madara troll on him beating down.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Thug on his own still won't have quite enough damage to take down a Matumba with Treads and the Perseverance. Still 1,400 health. It's a pretty good amount.
DC coming out from Liquid. And they actually have eyes on them right now. Mouse has very good aggressive wards coming out this game. They're always trying to watch GH. That's like the big target for them right now. They're like, Miracle's going to be jungling, and GH is going to be trying to secure that Blink Dagger. If we keep shutting him down, we're going to be able to kind of snowball off of that one, and it can be very big for them. Unpause coming out. It's just a small disconnect coming out from Mr. Mind Control. Miracle halfway toward that Ags, gonna continue jungling until he's able to do that and join into the fights.
Matumba's going to go. It'll drop the Chrono, and poor old Io.
There we
will be
go.
the one to be taken down.
The first Sunstrike connection.
And that will allow them to put a fair bit of pressure into this here. One TP's coming through from Madara. Now CJ try for the crush. Actually going to miss it. Now they're looking to try and fight into this one. They'll try and get the grab onto Matumba. Hookshot's going to miss. They've got the lasso back, dragging Mind Control back across. Thug still focusing GH, dodges out the crush.
ADC'd again. I was like, why is he not meching? I was so confused why he's just like running toward bottom, not using mech. Oh, this could be so bad for Liquid here. If they were able to get that mech off, it could be completely different.
I think they're still going to be okay though.
I think they're going to be okay. But
I think they're going to be okay in this fight.
Because then he would be able to completely switch the fight around. Because he's got ulti, he's got mech, he's got vacuum. He could have completely switched the way this fight's going to be happening. That is super unfortunate for Liquid.
That's not great.
I was so confused. I'm like, what's Mind Control doing right now? He's going to be so upset when he comes back and he sees he's dead. And now they have time to plan. That's the thing, is that they see the supernova, so now Mouse is going to be like, all right, we are just going to turn and hit this.
No, I think, who's the, MNT and Scarlet?
They're right on top of it.
The Miracle's there.
Yeah, Miracle is there. I think this is still
Liquid is still going to be okay. Yeah, the Meteor dropping down. Yeah, they can't bring, or maybe with the Troll they can. And they bring the egg down. No,
they don't bring it down.
Just a fraction too late. And Liquid indeed looking to be okay in this fight. Jump forward there onto Madara. They'll bring him down. MNT falling low. Croaky focusing the Clockwork. Matumba Man actually diving very deep. Time walks back. One slap towards the Clockwork from Miracle will bring him down. Double kill for him. Thug trying to turn, looking for Miracle. He's got the Ghost Walk. They've got the Vision. Bring down the Io, but it cost the life of Miracle. Thug getting bashed up. Still with just a little bit of mana left. GH gonna look to run him down. Thug. They catch him, jump forward from Matumba Man. Thug out of mana, bam, out of luck as well. So at the end of the day, even with the DC from Mind Control, as you mentioned, which was very unfortunate, Liquid are still able to come out on top of that.
Oh, they could have came out so much further ahead on that. I think, like you said, though, they're probably not too unhappy with it. Oh, Skylark, nice deny from the Bat Rider. Oh, God, that's... Okay, well, either way, Liquid taking...
Yeah, they still take.
Liquid take the fight, but Mao's showing that they can... This is just a completely different Mao's than we saw the other day, though. The way that they're fighting, the way that they're taking the aggressive standpoints, even the relocate in coming in from Spartan and the aggression coming out from Limal, definitely just looking like a much more solid team than we saw.
$12-8. Very close still in net, but only 3k lead for Liquid.
Yep. They're going to have the Blink Dagger coming out soon for GH, though, which is going to be changing a little bit of that so we can get the positioning for that extra lockdown, because, like we said, the only real lockdown that they did have right now was the Chronosphere, so that's going to be making a very big difference in those type of pickoffs and engagements. But Mouse, still doing pretty decent. Madara has his Yasha. He's got the Vlads finished up. Thug, I think, is very close to the Bloodstone as well. He is. And, oh, man, Mind Control is having a lot of issue right now, it seems. It even looks like when he's in the laning phase, he's just chain disconnecting because he keeps trying to like ion shell the waves, and I keep seeing his hero just like stop and start running backwards and stuff. So he definitely is having a bit of a issue. And the mouse.
There's only charges and crybabies being utilized at the moment by mouse.
That's probably all they have on their chat wheel. This doesn't seem like an applause team. It seems like a charge team. I think they would have all charge on theirs.
It's definitely the mouse sports sound. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, as we see, unfortunately, because I guess they said, well, they're not quite at boot camp yet, are they? Liquid. Did they say they were still at home? Because I mean, surely they're not on the same internet with this.
I mean, they must not be. Yeah.
It must be still in separate locations, but hopefully we'll get it sorted quickly. I mean, he can come back, but as we're seeing, he may be kicked out. Kicked out again.
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna just have to wait. That's fine. At least you guys get to look at us, our pretty faces.
Wait.
Hello.
But.
Yay.
It is a closer one than I think people would have expected.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen Liquid and Mouse so far in other series. Mouse saying, the two cores, Thug and Madara are keeping up with Miracle and Matuma. Not much in it at the moment.
Yeah, I think the things that I saw yesterday from Mouse, at least I even took a glance back at the replays. It's like they had a game plan going into the first 10 minutes. But then after the first 10 minutes, it was just like they had no direction.
Yeah.
This game, already you can tell just from their wording that they know exactly what they want to be doing. They want to be taking aggressive standpoints into the enemy jungle. They want to be trying to shut down GH and Miracle as much as possible. So right there, that's planning. That just shows much better teamwork and much better communication coming out from a team. So it's very important. What do we got on Spartan? So he's going to be going for probably Glimmer Cape on himself.
Yeah.
Just to deal with, just some of the magic damage coming out. But there's a Chronosphere and there's Corrosive Haze, so that's going to be definitely painful. But he's trying to just have some more survivability. And
we're very close to those two big items, of course, for GH, about 100 gold away from the Blink Dagger, and Miracle.
He's basically got the
200 gold, and Invoker will have his Agonins.
Yep. And I think it's Mind Control is... Okay, he's about 1,000 gold. If he wants to go for the Blink route, I think this time maybe he'll go for Guardian Greaves again, but we'll see what he decides to go for, because they do have big Wombo combo, as we keep mentioning. Matu very close to Lincolns as well.
Yeah, he is a new one, yeah. He's not already got the recipe, has he?
I believe he does.
He does, yes.
Yeah, he does. Okay. Right, now we get the Crybabies coming up from Miracle as well. Some frogs from Matu.
These are all the cheaper ones, though. That's a higher value one. Yeah, Miracle has the WoW. That's a higher level.
They can't hear each other,
right?
They
can't hear each other.
I think it's just us.
They can't hear each other.
They're having some fun now.
And GH just with the push now. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Well played, thanks.
Well played, thanks.
Okay.
Thug, okay. Thug, okay. Madara,
what do we have them? They're writing on the Mac.
Patience from Zerk was utilized there by Miracle. My bad. Says Madara, and the frogs seeming to be Matuma Man's soundbite of choice. And Madara saying sorry, purples, well, a not very nice word.
Yeah.
Insulting Thug there. Was Thug the one charging?
He actually typed good game in chat.
Oh, he typed GG.
Yeah, he did a chat wheel good game.
So Thug accidentally typed GG.
And then now they're flaming Light Blue.
Light Blue's the same, which is... Wait, they're flaming Miracle. Madara's flaming Miracle.
Yeah.
Damn.
Light Blue's the same because Matu said that Miracle. We have one of those. I understand.
Blaming the mid laners. Damn.
And the drawings start coming out on the map.
Oh, what kind of drawings have we got?
Nothing really that entertaining.
Oh, they're playing Noughts and Crosses. Who's playing?
What's it called?
Noughts and Crosses. What do you call it? Tic-tac-toe?
Yeah.
I'm from NA, tic-tac-toe.
Knots and crosses?
Noughts.
Noughts?
Noughts as in zeros.
Okay.
Noughts and crosses.
Noughts and crosses. All right.
What the heck's tic-tac-toe?
I actually don't know.
A tic-tac something you eat and a toe something at the end of my foot.
Oh, I don't know, man. That's just... Is that an NA thing? That's an NA thing?
Tic-tac-toe. I know the name. But
you knew it. I never heard of Noughts and crosses. No.
You just never heard of it?
I've never heard of that one. You're teaching me a lot of new things lately. Billy No Mates. What the other one you said lately?
Billy No Mates, you didn't know? I don't know.
You said two other ones the other day, yeah. I'm learning new things with that
Who's playing Noughts and Crosses anyway?
It's MNT and Spartan.
Versus Spartan.
Patience from Joe.
And MNT has resorted to... they're playing Noughts and Crosses and MNT just draws a square.
And a house with an X in it.
Is that a house?
I don't know what it is.
That is there's a funny looking house. Miracle with the Crybaby.
Non-stop. So what else do we got going
They
on?
are spamming Crybaby.
They're losing their minds. Crash and burn.
Crash and
Now
burn.
even when Kuroki starts, you know.
Kuroki he's going in on the oral memes. Like the crash and burn.
Yeah, Mind Control does seem to have some very unstable internet though, as we have been seeing.
Has everyone been putting these? Is anyone not putting these in?
GH doesn't have it. It
GH
seems.
only did push now. GH may not have a compendium.
Who else on? I didn't see Skylark either. Did I see Skylark?
Have we not seen Skylark?
Skylark's being silent as well.
Skylark's being silent as well. So GH and Skylark are the sensible two out of these two lineups. Applause from Kuroki. Kuroki's I bet he's having a bit of a giggle now.
These lights are warm. Oh. They're heating me up a little bit. The sweat's gonna start.
That's not a sound.
Let me just unbite. Unbite in a little bit.
Still waiting for Mind Control, of course, if you have just tuned in. Has been having some internet issues, or interwebs issues, as Matuma Man so eloquently put it. They're kind of a vital part of their lineup.
Yep.
I'm not too sure on the timing, how long we get, how long they give him. I mean, I'm sure there is rules on it. I don't read the rules. I don't have to play the games.
I think Mouse is going to rulebook them too. They're like, a free win? We need this. We need this in DreamLeague.
Thug's out as well.
Thug just leaves.
Thug's
He's
DC'd. Mind Control has rung him up, said, mate, the internet's not working. Do you want to hit the bar? And Thug's like, yeah, let's go. And they're just gone for a booze up.
What is this game?
What have we got?
I don't know if that's anything.
This is, I don't know. He's drawn a square with 4 circles, and then he's just scribbled between them. Okay, Thug's reconnected.
Thug's back, but Mind Control's
still no
gone.
sign of Mind Control. Charges, Crybabies. Again, Charge and Crybaby really seem to be the two ones that Mouse really love.
They come cheap. You know, you buy the 75 companion, you get them.
Well, you get 4. Or is it 5 different ones in the first one?
You get the Crash and Burn.
Charge,
you get the Crash and Burn. I think you get the Frog.
You get the Frog. You get another one.
I think you get 6 from the level 75
What else
companion.
is the low down one?
What are we forgetting? Applause.
Applause.
Crash and Burn.
Right, Applause.
Frog. That one. Crash and Burn.
Yeah, MNC with the Crash and Burn.
There one more?
I can't remember. And then the next one up, where you get the WoW. You get the no one's done the trombone, the sad trombone.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Which one's the Yay? Oh no, that's these guys. I was confused. The Yay is not part of the.
The Yay is not
one.
part of that.
No,
neither is that one.
But and no one with the It's a Disaster. No one with the high level.
I think Miracle's got it.
Has he got it?
He might actually. He might
I'm
actually
sure
do it.
If anyone's going to have it,
it,
Miracle would have put the money in for his high level companion. He definitely seems like the kind of guy who'd like to have all the flashy stuff. Madara.
Throwing some poops.
Throwing some poops.
Some more Crybabies. Yeah, we're just... Yeah, this is going to take a while, it seems.
This is... Sorry for this, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, at least the players are having fun. It's not like they're alt-tab. They're keeping themselves invested in the game.
They really are. The lines, everyone's drawing everything, and they're spamming. Pings are coming out.
It's a shame that either team can't hear them. But it's also quite interesting to observe that at the end of the day, all Dota players are alike. Both Liquid and mousesports are spamming the emotes, you know what I mean? He's in TS.
Hey,
he's back. He's back.
Hope it works now, they say.
Well, we'll give it a go.
Bulgarian internet says Mind Control. Sorry.
Sorry. Go. And we are going. Let's drop ourselves back in.
Missing top.
Missing top.
As declared by Thug.
And we're back.
We're back. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully Mind Control's internet holds up.
Thank God the lights are off. I'm now not that sweaty. Okay, here we go. Relocate coming in.
Relocate on the camp. Yeah, a little bit late there. GH was already halfway back to his base.
Oops.
Oopsie doopsie. But there we have it. Miracle with the Aghanims complete.
Dire's top house is under
Sunstrike, harassment, Sunstrike onto Thug top, just to be annoying. Chunks him down to 25% HP. And did you see that stat? Spartan, although he does have some of the most deaths on IO, he does seem to have the most farm as well. He does prioritize that, and I think that's really important as a Wisp player to do. GH got his blink finished up whenever he gets the courier back to base. They're getting a couple items picked up here. Matu, I believe, finished up his Lincoln Sphere. He did.
Okay. Time to party from Liquid then.
Mind Control still just perching himself down bottom. Skylark seems to have the read on this, though. He's trying to go for a setup. Mind Control does scout him out, though. Gonna just back up. All the ultimates ready on the side of Liquid. They are ready to fight as well.
Have we got any smokes out on Liquid?
We've got one on Kuroki, and I think that I saw another one on the courier. No, I guess that's the one that they delivered.
Kuro going out. I thought GH just bought one as well. There we go.
Okay.
So yeah, straight up with the smoke. They knew though. They have a ward down. Very nice. That's good. Is that just outside of range? That sentry. because there is a sentry down for Liquid.
It is quite
a bit out. So, yeah, nice placement there from Mouse.
So Mouse know that this is going on, so they know Matu's showing himself mid. They're definitely sitting behind Matu here. Let's get up in a very defensive position. That's exactly what they're doing here. Shooting rockets.
See if Liquid can still find some of this. We see a lot of times where teams are aware that smoke's coming, but still the smoke can be pretty deadly, and well, just like this. They get the jump in onto Dara, takes a meteor straight to the face, and indeed will be relocated out to the side. Keep him out of the AoE. Skylark playing around on the back lines, does get the lasso off. We've seen the two-man jump in, gets the two-man chrono with the Sunstrike as well. They'll bring him down low, that will be enough to get him. MNT's going to hook shot across to the sideline. The Supernova's out, and there's no way the Mouse can get the hits in. They've already lost 2. They're going to lose MNT as well. And Matumba seeing if he could find anything more on the high ground there, but he won't be able to. But yeah, just really nice Supernova used after mousesports had already been forced to break up the fight. And yeah, just when they haven't got the full man and the troll alive to focus it, they can't bring that egg down.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful chrono coming out from Matu. He had vision, of course, on the Troll Warlord from the Corrosive Haze, so he's able to set that one up nice and easy. And then, yeah, Kuroki with a very nice egg. Once the Troll Warlord is brought down, there's very little chance that they do bring down the egg. He is not level 12 yet, though, so it's actually only 5 hits still to destroy it, but he's going to pick that up right after this Roshan goes down, and very easily it will.
Yeah, there's no question. Unless MNT can do something, he hasn't got a hook shot though. Yeah, so it would have been unlikely. So they'll claim it.
Yeah, this is something that happens though too when you're. Yeah. They do have heavy AoE kind of lineup too, but when you're playing versus a mech lineup that also has those AoE heroes, and you don't have a mech of your own, it makes it a lot harder to kind of fight into that unless you get like some clear pickoffs.
It's true. They don't really have anyone that's just going to be wanting to build a mech. I guess the IO can get one, but there are definitely other items that Spartan's going to feel like he needs this game.
And it's, you know, mech is quite expensive. Yeah. He's sitting down at the bottom of the net worth chart, only at 2,000.
Radiant's top tower.
Does Skylark have any way to break the Lincolns yet? He does not. He has only.
They do have a relocate in a few seconds though, if they want to try and make a play up there. Spartan hanging around with Madara as he makes a push occur down on the bottom there. Some wide done on top of the Vlad, so he's got a good amount of damage. Thug in the middle has a DD, but he's going to be the one to get jumped upon. Good punch, he zips himself away. Top lane, Liquid continuing to put the pressure on. They'll get the tower. Skylark still hiding in the sidelines here. We will see MNT sweep potentially back up to the top as well. TP's out. Skylark not going to look to cancel any of them as Liquid will get themselves in the minute again. Matumba straight up with the chrono, takes down the IO, and with the Supernova going to be there as well. It's not even needed at the end of the day. But just making sure there was no way that the two of them could get themselves out of there.
Being a little bit greedy there for Mouse, trying to go for that tower. They didn't have vision inside the tree line. They did put down some wards, but no ward behind that tower. So nice, easy, clean rotation coming in from Liquid. Yeah. Double ultis used.
And I like this as well from GH, all the negative armor, building that blink into the solar crest. You lay that down in a corrosive haze onto a target, and you know, suddenly this void is just going to rip them to pieces.
Yeah, and also with the solar crest, it's, I mean, incredibly good versus Troll.
Yeah. Like,
Troll is just straight up physical damage. He's not going to get an MP or an MKB for a very long time. So if he throws that out defensively, it really helps for anybody and gives him more Roshan potential, pushing siege power, etc.
In the mid lane. Thug came back to buy Madara, maybe hoping to go for some sort of a bait. Spartan and MNC there as well. They have hookshot and relocate. Can they make a jump though? Matumba's still a very hard target to go on. Skylark's there, but again, we've already talked about how it's hard for him to break that Lincolns. He will jump forward, going on the Slardar. Now Thug zipping forward, trying to bring GH in down low. MNC comes in from the back lines with the hookshot onto Miracle, but it's actually Thug that's falling first. He's going to be out and down on the Storm Spirit. They'll get the bashes onto Miracle, so they take the Invoker in trade, but it's cost them 2 lives, and it was only popping the Aegis of Miracle. It's back up now. Matumba seeing if he can chase down Madara. Does have a TP, he's going to go for it. Do they have the cancel? They do. The bash comes through and the cold snap as they find a third. So Mouse try as they might, but the attempt unsuccessful as they lose 3. MNT taking a Sunstrike on the way out. In fact, Miracle might be able to chase this one down here with the Ghost Walk. Thug is there, but MNT's just going to be opened up upon on by Miracle, who will now turn towards Thug, trying to finish with the mind control kill, but there's GH with the crush, setting up Miracle for a triple kill, and then not done yet. He tried to come across to help out. He'll tether along to the creep wave, but GH going to continue to run down when Matuma Man gets the jump, finds the crush. They'll take down another. Ooh. And very suddenly, 24 minutes into the game where mousesports were holding their own pretty well in the early stages, it's now suddenly falling drastically downhill as Liquid, again, they're starting to turn up with those team fights that we saw them bring the other day.
Yeah, Miracle just in great positioning there, like all the way from that beginning of starting the fight at the tier 1. He gets a beautiful tornado, not only onto the Batrider as he initiates, but he also catches the troll in the back lines. Thug dies twice with his Bloodstone, freshly picked up. Just beautiful fight taking out from Liquid. They were just in great position to respond with that. Also with the Guardian Greave, extra bonus heal. Even though the Storm Spirit Bloodstone did heal his allies, it wasn't enough for them to really take that fight. And now Thug down to 3 bullets.
And he may get jumps on again. Straight up with the crush. Oh! What was, who forced him out there? It was the back. Skylark saving Thug. Beautiful play. And now it'll allow for the turnaround. They go for the Supernova. Look towards Matuma Man, who's trying to finish the IO. GH will jump back in. Skylark comes in with the lasso, trying to get him up to the high ground, but the ice wall slowing them down. Skylark will be taken out. Madara very fortunate enough to get himself back to the shrine. Thug now look for the wraparound, but again, GH is in with the crush. Looking to lock down the Storm Spirit. He's still able to zip up to the high ground. Liquid fairly low. Now I'm going to look out the need for the relocate to cut them off.
The Meteor.
They're going to find GH, but it is indeed straight into the Meteor of Miracle. They've lost Spartan, they'll lose Madara. Vacuum back onto Thug, who's still trying to bring Mind Control and Miracle down. He's running out of mana on this Storm Spirit. Thug will find the kill, but it costs him his life. Matuma Man falling very low. He's got Time Walk again in a second. Still sticking around, wanting to play around with MNC. He'll force himself up to the high ground, goes for the TP out. They won't be able to get in range for a chance of a bash. So again, mousesports losing forward. They do manage to take 2 Liquids, and it was a very sweet play at the start for Skylark to go in and shove Thug out of the potential chrono, but still not enough as Liquid are maintaining the leads in these fights.
Miracle Invoker is always just such a treat to watch, just using all of his spells to the maximum. The Deafening Blast knockback with the disarm as well onto the troll, so they can't burst one of the targets down. Then he sets up with the Meteor, getting ready for the relocate to come in, gets it perfectly set up with GH's crush. Just very good execution coming out from Liquid. Mouse starting to fall quite far behind, 12,000, leading almost to a 13,000 lead coming out here for Liquid now. And not to mention, if you look at the experience graph, it's way higher than that. 20,000 now going their way.
Skylark on the hunt, and he will find the big old bird, dragging him back into the clutches of MNC, who comes across but wasn't able to get the hook shot. The initial stun connection over there.
Back.
He did. He didn't cancel. And Kuroki just dives back to his death there. Oops, a little bit of a strange misplay. They will be able to find trades, though, once again. Miracle and Matuma there to take down MNC. We'll get a kill in return. But yeah, a little strange. The Kuroki was, I mean, the battery saw, I guess, connected at the start, but definitely the other end of the arc, you would have thought he would have been able to stop it.
I think that was honestly just a slight misplay. He could have stopped the Icarus dive.
He did have Supernova. Maybe he felt he could have got the Supernova out.
Oh, it was on cooldown still.
Oh, it was still on cooldown, was it? Oh, well, yeah.
Relocate mid, they just instantly detonate Mind Control. Thug jumps in, gets the pull, and quick relocate with the Troll ulti. Chronosphere coming out, catches both. Is he getting able to stop before the relocate brings them back? He is, and now the damage coming out from Kuroki with the extra Fire Spirit damage and the Sunray. It's enough to bring down Madara.
Yeah, the push stopped, and as you said, the relocate play punished.
And that Fire Spirit damage starts to really add up.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
135.
Did it double it?
Yeah, it doubles it.
Yeah, that's...
Well, almost double.
Almost double.
But it's quite a lot when the BKBs are not ready online yet.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Orchid, very nearly done for Thug. So at least some of a way to break for the Linkers, but with a Manta on Matumba as well, still going to be very slippy. Loki king for the Lotus Orb, realizing that the Orchid could certainly cause issues for himself if Thug makes a beeline straight for the Phoenix to try and ensure no Supernova. And he's got a lot of money towards it, so that Lotus Orb can be there in pretty good time for the Phoenix.
Yeah, and he's going to get grabbed up here. This should be an easy bring down for them onto Kuroki. It is.
Actually not investing any of his money before he goes down as well. So he'll lose a couple of hundred there off the back of that. Still holding on to 2.5k that he's just sitting on in the bank.
Yeah. This game, Lotus Orb and Linkens are just like such a good item.
Yeah.
Versus the Storm Spirit and versus the Batrider, and even not even just that, the armor bonus that the Lotus Orb does give you versus Troll Warlord lineups is always quite nice.
Is that the usual for a clock to take the 75 flare damage over the 50 right click?
As a support, yeah.
As a support,
yeah,
that's the one you take. Okay.
So majority of the
Yep.
time we do see that coming out now. And was that a Sunstrike? I believe it was.
It must have been.
Yeah, I think it was a GH crush into Sunstrike. I was looking at the other way. Yeah, he does die near that area.
Here we have Liquid now ready to try and clean up a tier 2 down the bottom. Some TPs up towards the top.
Are setting up.
Yeah, trying to catch this push from mousesports off guard. Madara
Still
has to
doesn't
be
have
so
BKB
careful
yet.
leaning forward here. Miracle's gonna look for the opening, shoved forward, cold snap into the Sunray. They'll try and get him out of there as MNT looks to block them off with the hook shots and the cogs. With the Supernova's out, that's gonna be Madara down, vacuuming MNT back into the clutches of the rest of Liquid. Mind Control has the control to bring down a second. The BKB
Matu
now
bottom.
comes out, and indeed bottom. And Tummerman trying to make a play on his own here with the banter, and he's done it. He'll take down one. The silence will be there upon him. Is he going to get the chance to time walk out? He's not. They'll get him in return, so a big kill for Thug to claim. A nice 1,000 gold bounty thanks to that.
They actually leave Thug down here, though. This could be his death. Nope, he does get spot. He does spot GH. He does get the silence as well to pull, but the Solar Crest is there. He's pretty tanky on this Slardar.
Yeah, he's got to be. He knows there's potentially more around, and indeed Miracle is there already hitting into him. Thug now low on the mana. The jump force there from GH, and with the setup, he is out and down. Another kill for Liquid, 37 for 15. And try as they might, mousesports, to chip in and take those occasional kills. Each and every time, it's just being thrown right back at them, and they're losing the majority in these trades.
Yeah, Skylark actually also in the beginning of that, he tried to blink in and force staff to break the Lincolns, but he actually blinked in, lassoed, and then force staffed Matu away. So that's how that fight kind of started. Matu was able to just, he was like, wait, what? Okay, Chrono, and he just ends up being able to bring down Skylark. So slight mistake there for Skylark, paying with his life, but they were able to finish him off afterwards with that relocate, and then, yeah, Thug died.
And then we have Blink for Miracle complete. He's going to have an easier time jumping and dancing around these fights. Lotus Orb picked up by Kuroki as well. So the jump, GH with the initiation. Not going to have any immediate follow-up this time, and the quick relocate will keep Madara safe.
Oh man.
They could set up to try and punish the re-relocate back. And already Miracle getting in position, checking on the high ground to see if any further backup's going to come through. We'll see if they bring the troll back, and they won't. They realize it's a bad idea to do so. In fact, Spartan with the Glimmercape playing that long-ass tether.
Oh my god!
My goodness, the range he had there. He may just get himself away. At GH, he's not going to be able to jump in as well with a nice flame break to hold them back. And
nice.
That has got to be the longest tether across. I believe he just got a latch onto the bat before he forced away, and it just dragged him all the way across.
I'm not sure if it was the force or the blink. Maybe it was like the blink dagger at the same time as the tether happened. I didn't actually see the bat rider. I was just staring at Spartan. I thought that they were going to put down a sentry preemptively because they saw him having the cloak, but I guess they didn't expect him to have the Glimmercape finished up just yet. So nice play there by Spartan.
I guess himself out of being under the noses of pretty much the entire lineup of Liquid. Liquid into the Roshan. They know MNT has hookshot. He could go for one of his signature MNT hookshot plays into the Roche. We'll see if he finds the timing. It's falling low. He goes for it. Gets himself in the jump in, but no. Dire. Liquid find the Roshan. Matumaman picks up the Aegis. They'll drop the Chronosphere and he catches two on the outskirts. They've already brought down two. The Supernova's going to be successful. Mouse have to move themselves away. They're looking for the kill on Miracle. They will get it, but the rest of Liquid now hot on the chase of Mouse. They're low on mana. The Crush is going to miss. Spartan actually gets the relocate out. Thug, he has TP available in a second, and he might just make it. Hey, he'll zip out, he'll TP, he will get himself away.
Nice fight from Mouse. That was lovely. They really just jumped onto Miracle.
Yeah.
And Spartan's nice relocate, but now Spartan looks like he's gonna pay with a lot.
Yeah, I was hoping for some sort of Glimmercape TP play, but pretty impossible for him to get out of at the end of the day. And of course, you know, even though they get Miracles, still the numbers once again going the way of Liquid, and they got themselves the Aegis now in the hands of Matumaman.
And the gem.
They're ready to go for the high ground. And they got the gem. Okay,
yeah.
they got the gem back.
Miracle was very tanky though. GH applying the defensive Solar Crest onto him, and with that freshly picked up Lincoln Sphere, he actually almost ends up surviving during that chase down. But yeah, still good focus fire coming out from Mouse, ignoring the egg. GH now gonna get brought down from a far zip from Thug. So first BKB showing from Madara, even though it's in the Roche pit. Not the worst, it was pretty decent.
And they were very close to getting a steal on that Roche. It was a good attempt from Mouse. And at just the right time to at least have a look in before he fell. But the damage and just a little too much. And again, anytime you're trying to fight into this chronosphere around the pit, it's always going to be hard. Tumba, a very good game on the Faceless Void. 11-16. Very healthy stats. As he has been in the right place at the right time. Now look to build towards the Assault Cuirass. And things going very well. He's very close to level 24, 25. So we cap now. What do we get at 25? What is the time warp range in it? Or the 20% evasion. And well, I guess Storm's not going to want to build an MKB. He does have an Orchid, so he could get the Bloodthorn. But you've got Mantra and such. I don't know. What do you take? Do you think the cast range or 20%? 20% feels like a lot.
I think I've seen people do both. I think mostly I actually want to say I've seen the time walk cast range.
Okay. For the initiation. I mean, I guess he doesn't have a blink dagger. So maybe you could argue the other way if had a blink, but yeah, for extra initiation.
And for escaping as well, it's pretty nice.
It is a big increase.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Because you jump away, and then since it's such a long distance with such a low cooldown, now you're able to get another one off pretty early. But who knows? He could go for the evasion versus the troll, but they do have a solo crest on their team, so they might expect him to build an MKB relatively soon. And Madara actually has a butterfly in queue, so we'll see which one he opts to go for. I think he can still have a butterfly in his regimen on Matumba after the AC. We'll see which ones they try to go for.
Hurricane Pike complete for Miracle.
Skylark.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Having Hurricane Pike on any sort of ranged hero when you have a Slider on the team is always very satisfying.
Yeah, and I mean, and building the 4 stuff in general versus Clockwork is pretty much absolutely needed. Oh, they get eyes on Skylark.
Wow, they'll open in. The crush. Skylark trying to get himself out of there, but the vacuum back comes through and they'll take it. Move back rider for 50 seconds. mousesports have to be very careful what they do on this defense that's going to need to come through, as Liquid will try and make the best use they can with the Aegis on Matumba towards the high ground.
They've got all their ultis ready as well.
Yep. It's the first zip through from base to try and clear the wave out. One of the creeps kept alive. Fortification to come through from mousesports. Liquid should still be able to finish off this tower.
They're setting up for top already. Mind Control's running in with GH. They're trying to get like a double kind of trade here to get the racks and also contest them top. They get the wall, they get the vacuum. Are they going to be able to bring down Madara or Spartan? No.
Madara's just batting up with the BKB. He's actually going to get the tier 3 out of this. He's going to look towards the melee rack. So Madara, can he do this? I mean, he's got a good duration of the BKB. They're throwing everything down at him. Oh, he's so close, but the disarm comes off the BKB. And they won't find the melee racks. Of course, Liquid in the mid lane, they did get the full set of racks. A good kind of, a little bit of a desperate attempt there from Mouse. But it was not good enough. They don't get the racks. They're going to start to heal up. I'm going to hear a Chronosphere from a Timmerman as he goes in on the mid lane, catches out Thug. And with the bashes as well, MNT in a lot of trouble. Miracle, as well as GH, ready to close in on the Clockwork. Yeah, buyback from MNT. They do have buyback available on Thug and Madara.
I mean, I thought it was a good effort for them to try to go for that rack trade, but Liquid's control, like the way that they were like, okay, we're going to send our Darks here and our Slaughter back as we have 3 people pushing the racks alone because we see that movement coming out. It's just very good preparation coming out from them, and they're just having very good in-game calling coming out from Liquid. All the series that I've been seeing lately, lots of buybacks coming out.
Yeah, and they go with the lasso. Thug immediately look at the battle lines, gets the silence out onto the Phoenix, bringing him back because he has got the damage to do so he has, and again, the deafening blast level 25 AoE from Miracle causing a lot of trouble for these heroes. They just instantly have to disengage. They can't stick around. Liquid, though, they're ready to fight. They'll jump in. Spartan being focused by Matumba Man. Spartan will force himself off to the side, and they've actually brought down Mind Control. Matumba Man getting surrounded. The Mouse keeping themselves alive around the shrine. Kuroki forced forward up to the high ground. The crush will be there. They'll relocate onto the back lines here, trying to cut them off. Jump forward from Madara, gets the bash onto the Phoenix, brings down Kuroki, Zip forth and Thug. They'll find GH as well, taking down 3 of Liquid. Miracle's still there though with the AMP, trying to hold them out. Mouse, they'll look for the chase down. Matumba Man, again with these time walks, creating incredible gaps between them, will get away. So Liquid are forced back. They don't get the racks, but of course, as we saw, 3 buybacks coming out from mousesports.
Yeah, they committed pretty hard. Like Miracle force-staffed in or blinked in trying to make the aggressive play onto Madara, but his BKB was back online, and like you said, the buybacks.
He was trying to go for a cheeky Hurricane Pipe play there, but didn't actually start to get the hits off.
The Chrono is ready now. They can actually commit.
Yeah, there we go. Chrono into the Meteor and Spartan. All right, I think that was all about the play. That Miracle was just trying to shove the troll and say, hey, go farm the lane over there. stay away from your IO, and it worked out. Spartan was nowhere near to get in range to save. I mean, didn't have relocate, I guess, so the heal was probably not going to be enough on its own with the tether to negate the damage being done. So,
but still, you know, that's what he was trying to do, though.
He was trying to at least get in and tether and heal a little bit.
Yeah. Miracle with the mind games. Boots travel down bottom. Thug actually pinging him out. Looks like he wants to try to go for something on Miracle, but Liquid is already collapsing. Those long-range time walks.
Someone with that AC as well. 37 armor. A lot of damage he'll be dealing.
Madara had used his buyback in the last fight, so he is going to be down for 40 seconds. This should be a easy racks here for Liquid. Let's see if they try to commit into the backlines. There is no Chronosphere ready. And no, yeah, Mouse just gives this one up, doesn't want to take a fight.
I'll be there. Second set of racks down. And as Liquid move forward. 30k gold lead and ready to show it off as they'll look towards the top lane. Still 20 seconds without having to worry about the full 5-man coming at them. Hex will be complete on Thug. They don't do anything big. Going on to Matumba, the Linkens will be there. He just still managed to get the Hex through. Supernova popped here by Kuroki, forcing Mouse to back up. They'll get themselves out of range of the Supernova. The Phoenix Hole out and down, zip back in onto Matumba, gets the time while the Lotus making it very hard for him to jump in. Skylark will go forward with the lasso, getting bashed up. Madara pots the BKB, turns towards GH being left behind. They'll bring the Slardart down. Can they get anything more though, Mouse? Liquid already starting to back off. Get the racks. GH will actually buy back for this.
He wants to end the game. He knows that they don't have the buybacks, so he's like, okay, Glyph is down this time now. We can just end this. There's about 30 seconds left for Mouse's Glyph.
Thug again with the zipping. Gets the silence through. Madara jumps in, but there's going to be the force back from Miracle up to the high ground. Matumba drops the chrono. He's caught 3 of them, turning towards his first target and brings down Thug. Thug's now out for 85 seconds. The vacuum into the Deathling Blast is there, and it will finally be GG as MNT spams the crash and burn in the chat to seal the deal.
Matu had some very nice... Oh, he actually gets the rampage at the end of it, too. He had some really nice chronos this game, I do have to say. His placement, like sometimes even on the edge, right on the cusp of it, ends up grabbing a couple heroes, but yeah, Liquid just prevailing with their massive amount of team fight. But Mouse they definitely put up a fight this time around.
They did for sure. I mean, definitely the overarching picture was Liquid having the crybabies. I love mousesports already. We didn't hear any other teams today play any of those sounds in DreamLeague.
We have not, and not in DreamLeague.
Are ready to have some fun, and then that's how you got to tackle a game against Liquid. You got to be prepared to not be too hard upon yourself because it could get messy.
These guys, they usually don't get hard on themselves. I know the other day though they did. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. No, they usually are very goofy around. Like even when they lose games, they'll talk about the game seriously, but they'll be in they'll just like be like, oh, Skylark, you sucked that game or something, right?
Ah, there you go.
After the other losses from the other day, they were very impacted from it. Okay, they were very down. Yeah. So we'll take a look at this one right away. We have an aggressive play coming out from Mouse. They're trying to take the bounty rune. Are they able to claim it?
Yeah.
Nope, Mind Control gets it. And they're able to pressure MNT now. They even scout out Skylark in the top lane too. So Skylark was trying to do some wave cutting. Oh, GH actually. Okay, so GH does take the enemy bounty rune there. And Skylark was trying to cut the wave and drag it. But he was scouted out, so unable to do so. So he's going to struggle a bit in getting experience. He's actually going to get walked down here too. Is he going to get stunned up? He is. The auto attacks coming up from Kuro, but not enough. The Icarus dive was already committed earlier. Yeah, the Firefly here will save Skylark. But that is obviously going to mean he's not going to have the Napalm harass at level 1. And Firefly now wearing back off. GH can land another crush if he wants to. Will certainly give this a bit of a chase down. Here, back over towards the tower. Won't dive any further. He doesn't want to tank up any hits. But the lanes that we're getting, so mid lane, of course, Miracle versus Thug. The Storm versus Invoker matchup. And with the backup of MNT's clock, maybe make it a little easier, but Miracle, I mean, it should have too hard of a time in this mid lane, do you think? Nah, I mean, that's a pretty even lane up. But once he starts getting Galacry levels up, he starts pulling ahead. But at the same time, Storm can always push the wave in with Remnants, and Invoker doesn't have that power. So there's trade-offs with the two, but yeah, quite even. Bottom lane, Mind Control will be putting the pressure onto both Madara and Spartan. IO control combo. Mouse, of course, with Spartan, a very strong IO player. So, IO, of course, again, with a lot of the teams that we have actually in DreamLeague is a very favoured pickup, and Mouse will be happy that they grabbed it this time around. Yeah, I mean, it is one of their better heroes that they play around with him on that, so. already you can tell that they're feeling more like they're themselves in comparison than the other day. We'll see if it ends up working out for them though, because the other day was a total blunder for them. Skylark getting heavily pressured. GH walking down. He's got another crush. Gonna force the shrine.
Yep. They shouldn't be able to kill him underneath the shrine heal. But yeah, at the least force him to use it. At second minute, be able to find himself in position to pick up the rune though, Skylark. So not the worst of situations. So he's got it forced over there.
These Dark Seers are just having the greatest RNG in the world. Mind control low. Oh look, a regen rune. Full health, full mana. Last game it was a Arcane Rune, this time it's a regen. For different players, but still for Dark Seers.
On the slight point, I think, did he already use the shrine?
He did not use the shrine.
He did not? Okay, that's great. That is great then. The shrine untouched. That is good news. Mid lane, 7 for 2. Against Thug's 11 for 4. So MNT certainly is helping, as you said, just with the wave clear. Thug, a lot of burst to guarantee he gets all the CS on those creeps.
His experience getting split heavily though. If you look, Miracle is almost level 4, Thug is about to hit level 3. So yeah, there is the trade-off of, you know, having your Clockwork sit there and help you. You do suffer a bit on the experience factor. Skylark now continuing to do his stacks. He's going to have a triple stack at the hard camp. He does get it, so that's going to be very nice for him.
We'll see if Liquid do anything to go over and check that one out. Bottom, Dara. The Axe is just trying to create some space for himself, force mind control back, and he's getting it again on this bottom lane. Good CS for the Troll, 20 CS at the moment. Mind control not really slowing down the Troll at all with the Iron Shell spam, as he's been able to deal with it pretty well.
Yeah, having the little extra sustain from the Wisp.
Yeah. And
having his own tangos, the tether with that is always very helpful. But here we go, the aggression coming out, level 3 on mind control. GH making his rotation down. He's level 1. Is he able to get the crush? He is. They've got double Ion Shell and Burn. Is it enough to bring down Madara? It looks like it's gonna be enough. He's taking low. The tether coming in.
Ooh, and I think is that gonna be enough? No, not with the second crush like that. And Spartan will fall as well, almost certainly with that Iron Shell run down. 2 kills for Liquid as they clean up that bottom lane. GH, can he get his way out? Yep, with the creeps pushing in and a surge there from Mind Control, he'll be able to get himself out just in time. Madara will land the slow onto Mind Control, but isn't going to chase it down. Surge would have been there as well in a few seconds.
Nice
Liquid,
teamwork.
With a nice couple of kills, picked up down there. I'm a little surprised we didn't see Miracle try and get himself involved with a Sunstrike.
I was about to say the same thing.
He was like, right, I'm going to let you guys take that one. Not wanting to KS against his team, letting them have it.
Yep. MNT making the rotation toward top. Kuro gets able to dive away. But nice little rotation coming out from GH. He actually was level 1 during that too. So he's level 2 and he's at 800 gold already. So he's feeling very good about that. And they're going to continue the aggression, making their way back down versus Madara. They use the shrine. That's the nice thing about having that off-lane shrine. And Madara in trouble. The Ion Shell damage
building up. He is in a
up.
lot of trouble. He can try and juke it out, but the sprint's now there for GH. Looking to close the gap. Madara hiding in the tree line. The crush is there. Does have the backup of Spartan. Okay, with the rotation from MNT as well, they can turn it. And they'll turn it with the kill as they bring down Slaughter.
Yeah, Spartan very high level. Level 4 on the Wisp already, making sure that he's pulling and doing... He actually think he did a stack pull originally, so he got level 3 very early. So he's got the level 2 balls with Madara with almost level 5, or level 5 now. So the damage with Sprint activated from GH makes him just get brought down very easily from that.
Skylark up here on the top, trying to take what he can with the back play over to the side camp. GH, Matuma and Kuroki keep an eye on him, but he's playing the back very nicely. It's very hard for the three of them to do anything about Skylark and his positioning. And again, GH starts to move towards him, but Skylark's already back up to the high ground. He'll be A-okay. I don't think setting down the first 5.5 minutes. Not looking too bad at all for Mouse.
Yeah,
it's definitely the Warrior's the safe lane from Liquid as Matuma Man is getting perfect CS and is having a better time than Madara because of that pressure that was put on by GH.
Good thing though is that Spartan, like I was saying, he was pulling, he's making sure that he's getting his farm, his levels. He's now got the bottle finished up and 16 CS on a Wisp. So you can tell that he's prioritizing trying to get at least those 2 items, because as a Wisp you have to make sure that you get your farm while you're making your rotations. Line control.
Now, interesting. What kind of build do you think we're can expect from Matuma Man this game? Does he get the Midas on the Void, or
we've been seeing a lot of the Manta Diffusal?
Yeah,
this game it could even be a Linken's versus the Batrider. I think.
Okay.
I personally like the Manta Diffusal build a lot, especially versus a Storm Spirit. If you get him in a Chrono, you can easily bring him down and burst all his mana away. And it's very good versus like Wisp. You can just get into the backlines, bring him down super easily. And just the Diffusal in general gets you a lot more solo kill potential.
If he
So as we say that, we get the stat. Oh, the Chrono coming out top. They should be able to get... And look at the timer coming out from Skylark. He's a chrono use at 6:41.
Will be a death as well for him.
So stat-wise from Noxel, we have he's got Manta Diffusal 5 out of 6 of the games on the Void.
Oh, okay, so very likely that he does so this time around. And yeah, a good game to do so. Absolutely having the damage there in the chrono with your illusions. You are going to get the kills. Very good against Thug. You know, if you don't necessarily kill him, you're going to drain a hell of a lot of his mana. So even when the chrono finishes, it's going to be hard for Thug to escape.
I'm surprised that again, though. Yeah. The chrono was committed, and Miracle didn't go for the Sunstrike on that one either. He's just really just chilling in his lane.
Chilling. Yeah. Miracle is, yeah.
He's like, you guys got this one. I'll just make sure I have mana for my mid lane for my Alacrity.
Letting his team get the kill bounties, yeah.
So Thug goes to jungle, gives Clockwork the lane. They have a rotation coming in. 4 heroes committed for Miracle. Do they have reveal from? They have 1 sentry.
And that's going to be enough. Yeah, with 4 of them moving in, they've got all the slows. And good punish there onto Miracle. Bottom lane, they're Liquid. They're looking for Madara. With that play made in the mid lane, it leaves the Troll vulnerable. Which... Searching for, I think. Is he going to get away? Oh, he is. He's juked them an MNT with a call. Okay.
The phase boots.
They keep him alive.
Where's the Sunstrike? No Sunstrike again. He's still dead. I'm kidding.
Oh, you confused me then. I was like, come on, Miracle surely would have gone for that. But yeah, you're right. He was still dead.
Yeah, but with the phase little bursted movement speed coming out from Madara, there gets a nice little juke and gets away from them.
Really nicely done.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So Matu gets a casual ring of health, so maybe that's alluding to that he might go for the Perseverance and for Linken's. We'll see what he chooses to go for. Skylark getting a lot of pressure onto him. We have the Sunstrike coming out.
And that bash. Sunstrike off point, but he gets the bash just to cancel the TP.